Welcome to Crescendo Foods. As you can see, we're inside. This is our utensil wall. So this represents our Pan-African food ecosystem. We have utensils from all across the continent. You see a few things that you recognize in Ghana and other places, and then we have things here representing South Africa as well. And then when you walk in, you see this amazing space. And so this is where we conduct our trainings. We have our food safety trainings in here, food photography. We also have it as a co-working space where people can come and sit and do some work. And of course, we have this as a pop-up space. So anytime somebody wants to introduce their food into the general public, or just for us having a really cool cooking class, whether it's internal or we have somebody as a guest, this is the space that you can use. And the most important thing is that, of course, everything here is locally sourced. This is from artisans in Ghana, from the light fixtures down to the tables and chairs and even to the armoires. This is just a beautiful marriage of showing how locally sourced items can be used, but also how it represents a Pan-African ecosystem. And of course, everybody loves our star. We didn't actually put that in there. It was already here when we got the house, and so we decided to amplify its beauty. All right. So as you walk down here, you can see that we have a map for people to they'll be able to use in case they get lost. And then on this side and throughout the space, you'll see pieces of artwork from artists across the diaspora. And they are so gracious to loan it to us. If anybody's interested in buying one, you're more than welcome to talk to the artist. And because we're about food, you have to make sure that we're safety first. So we have 2 fire extinguishers in the space, as well as several first aid kits. God forbid anything happens here. So this is our kitchen space, and we'll go in where the magic begins. So this is our FDA approved kitchen space. As you can see, these kitchen workstations have the same thing. So you have an extractor, you have your stove, you have your cooking equipment, and then you have your prep tables. And then you see here that there's a sink. This is a prep sink. It's pretty big. So as you can see, I'm like putting my hand and I have to actually lean over to touch the bottom. And then here is a filter. We're about, again, food safety. So of course, people are always wondering what filaments are what's coming in through the filaments. So this water filter makes sure that anything that's coming from Ghana water or anything else is filtered so that it provides safer water options, okay? And then you see on this side as well, there's another sink, as well as a prep table, another stove, and a microwave. So you can essentially cut these things in half. And if you look across, there's even more prep space. We did some baking this week for our bakery, and so this is just kind of the remnants of that. And then back in this door is our storage room, which can always look a little clunky, but that is where people can store their food. So there's a refrigerator as well as a deep freezer that is of use for people who need to use the space, and also to our members. Our members, of course, get longer term usage and they can rent it month by month. And of course, we have our ingredient storage area. So anytime we have cooking classes, we just go to this place here. But of course, we always get people who want to donate ingredients that they're not going to use, especially from partners who have asked us to make something, or hey, can you use our product to make a particular type of food. But we tell everyone, like, hey, if you're worried about running out of salt, we have plenty. So this is what we're here for. So this space here is actually a dedicated space to one of our members. They use this space, they're called Jar to Go, which I know a lot of people have heard about. So they actually use this space to create yogurt. So they're actually not here today because yogurt takes several days to make. So as you can see here, this is, of course, keeping that spirit of working with local artisans. You can see these are throughout the space. And of course, at the end, we have an identical utensil wall. When you walk in here, this serves as our content creation room, which is the room I spoke about earlier. I really love this room because it's very peaceful. if you're trying to do a meeting here, you can't hear anything. We've even had the music played really loud. We've had people talking in the other room, and you close the door, you can't hear anything here. But you can also use this space as a smaller, more intimate dining space. It can seat 4 people. We have a refrigerator in case people are worried about where to store their food, even if they're just using the space to work. There's amazing lighting in here. What we do have throughout the space that I didn't mention is that we have a library. So there's cookbooks for people to look at. There's other types of reading material for everyone to look through. And if you are a food professional and you're worried about, oh gosh, I just cooked, I need to go home, take a shower, I just prepped and did whatever I needed to do, you don't have to do that. Behind this door to my right, there's actually a bathroom where you're able to change your clothes, shower, you can store your stuff there and not have to worry about anybody bothering your things while you are in the kitchen space. And this bathroom is only for members only. So let's go to the next room. So of course, last but not least is always my office. We just had an event maybe about a day ago, so we're all recouping from that. But as you can see, this is a private office that can also be utilized. It has a huge whiteboard here, has its own private bathroom in case you do need to take a shower. And we call this the pasta room. When we had a visitor come for a dinner that we put on for a client, they were looking at the paint on the wall and they said, oh, this looks like a pot, this looks like somebody put spaghetti on the wall. So they said you should rename this as the pasta room, and so it just kind of stuck. So again, we have these different books that people are able to use and utilize, and of course we're all about safety. We want to make sure that everybody feels safe and seen in this space. And so this is the inside of Crescendo Foods. Last but certainly not least, we have our outdoor space. So if you're a person who just prefers to be out in nature and just to be able to just sit outside and just work and you can hear all the quiet, you can come to our patio space. So we have a bench here. This is our infamous Crescendo Food sign. It does light up at night and it serves as our photo wall. So this concludes our tour of Crescendo Foods. So if you're ever in the area to cater, and if you're a caterer or you're a chef that needs a space to prep and produce your food, come here. If you're a food professional or just a creative that needs a great place to work and also try some amazing food, come to Crescendo Foods. Come find us in West Legon. And as we always say, we're here to do what? Feed your innovation. Thanks, and see you next time.